The future is bright indeed. We're all of us dreaming of the better days ahead, and a part of your bright new future could be a move to where the magic lives in the greater Orlando area of Florida. One of the biggest decisions you'll make when considering a move is selecting a realtor who can successfully match you with the right home in the right location at the right price. Victor Naraki is the realtor who can help you make the move you've always wanted to. Whether you're a first-time homeowner or looking to move near Disney World, Victor is in your corner. If you are looking for an experienced real estate agent covering all of Central Florida, please visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today and find out just why you should work with Victor. I encourage you to create a free, no-obligation account on his website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to your email. Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today or visit his Facebook page, Victor Naraki Realtor. And don't forget to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
And we're live.
We are live. Woo!
And a couple of people noticed the new intro. We got the new intro going.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Yeah.
That's a good point. This is the first live show of the new year.
And we have a great crowd joining us. We have Lily, Marla, Ken, Mary, Susie, Kevin, T-Nina, and Cindy Wood is here. Great crowd. Well, we're so happy we're here. You're here. What's that? Go ahead.
I just said absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on my iPad over here. For some reason, I'm not able to open it, so I'm not watching. And Dan is here. Mary likes the new intro. I think the new intro, the ending dragged a little bit too long.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that. I was expecting it to be a little shorter.
Yeah, I think I need to either make the music longer or make the video a little bit shorter or something. I think that needs to happen.
At least it doesn't go to black.
Yeah, we don't get the 15 seconds of black after. So, Sorcerer Beatrice, this is your first time on the live show with us.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. It's a brand new year. It'll be fun.
Holly, you look different today.
Well, I still got the ears.
Still got the ears. So.
I'm holding up the girls' end today.
Yeah. So Holly's gone on vacation in the mountains somewhere, and she's complaining about how cold it is. She has no idea what cold is.
No idea what cold is. What was it? 40 degrees there above?
Yeah.
I looked at my hometown weather today, and it was going to be like 25 degrees tonight. I was like, that's why I moved. It was 64 today, and I said it was cold.
I am absolutely freezing. I'm going to have to get the heater out again, I think. It is cold down here.
Oh, I bet.
What is Marla saying? We do have snow in the mountains out here in SoCal. Yeah, well, that's where she is. She's in the snowy mountains right now. And she says all they want to do is stay inside.
That's what you do when there's snow.
Yeah, that's why we have houses up north, because we stay inside. Anyways, how was your New Year's, guys?
You know, I had a great New Year's. We watched Lord of the Rings, and then we watched the Disney fireworks on from streamed live by Disney Parks blog.
Oh, were they good?
Yeah, they were really good.
And then
They did
Beatrice, I know
Magic
you had a
Kingdom,
great
right?
New Year's. You were Hollywood Studios in Epcot.
I was, yes. I was actually happily surprised because since I'm kind of a last minute planner due to my multiple reservations, I couldn't get Epcot reservations or Magic Kingdom. So those were the two parks that I wanted to ring in the new year. And I ended up going to Hollywood Studios, but park hopped about 8 o'clock or so. So I was happy that they were not at capacity. I was able to get in. It was like between 8 to 9 o'clock at night. And it was beautiful from Epcot. So there were lots of dance parties in the different countries, Italy, United Kingdom. Those were some fun ones. China was a great one. So there were some great dance parties, tons of fun.
Do people tend to stay in the same country all night, or do they mingle to different ones like you did?
I wanted to see everything, and some of the people that I bumped into said that they had a great time at the Silent Disco in the UK. So it sounded like they were all kind of popping around as well. And then when it gets toward 11 o'clock or so, everyone finds a spot to stay for the end, because you definitely want to see a spot where you can see all the different countries as they celebrate. So you want to see across the pond, you want to see up, nothing blocking you. So you start to mingle toward the center once it gets toward 11.
So were you like at the International Gateway type of thing, or?
I was actually right behind the stores as you're entering the World Showcase area.
Right.
So typically there's a handicapped area around that. We saw where the ropes were, so I was right in that surrounding area.
I saw your videos. You had a great spot.
Oh my goodness.
The spot.
We actually had little fireworks pieces coming down on us, and I was like, I'm saving. It was just massive. It was like a rainstorm of fireworks. Someone actually said it's raining.
We lose more co-hosts that way,
No one got hurt. Nothing was bad. It was totally fine. But I do have a little tiny piece of fireworks. I was like, this is going to be a firecracker year.
Make a necklace out of it or something.
I did. I saved a little piece because I was like, this is going to be a good one. So
yeah. Mary's saying they were really good, the fireworks this year.
Yes.
At Disney parks. So I did something that I've been wanting to do forever. I'm thinking this goes back to probably like 2005. I've been wanting to do this, and every year my wife says, no, you can't do it. I want to set it up so we watch the Death Star blow up at midnight. And I want to tape it. I want to tape it with the world clock. I'm getting an echo here. Is that me?
I'm hearing an echo too.
Yeah, someone has. Beaches, you have earbuds, right?
I do not have earbuds, but let me see.
Yeah, I'm getting an echo from somewhere. Anyways, I think it's gone now. So, anyways, this is something that I've always wanted. I didn't really want to set up the world clock, but this year, so anyway, wife finally says, okay, do it this year. We'll set it up. So we watched Star Wars: A New Hope, and I pressed play at just the right time, like I'm supposed to, and did the math and figured actually, Rebel Force Radio, they've been doing it forever. Like Jimmy Mac's been doing it since 2009, so that's where I got the idea from. And don't worry about the earbuds; they're gone now. Beaches.
Oh, okay. I was thinking good. I had some around here.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay.
Anyway, I was off by like 37 seconds. I was so disappointed.
Oh,
no. So I realized what I did wrong. I pressed play at the wrong time. You're supposed to press play at the second time the 20th Century Fox logo comes up, because it comes up the first time on the Blu-ray for the DVD or the Blu-ray. Then it comes up again for the actual movie. So you have to wait till the actual movie starts, and that's when you start it. So, anyways,
make a note of that for next year.
Yeah. So I figured, what I'm going to do is I'm going to redeem myself, and I'm going to have the Death Star blow up at noon New Year's Day.
Oh.
So I set it all up again. But I wasn't going to. I just watched Star Wars the night before, and I wanted to watch the Rose Bowl parade. So I set it all up, and I got it press at the right time. Okay, now I know I got it right. I turned off, I switched over to the Rose Bowl parade, not realizing the way my thing is set up, when I switch over to TV, it shuts off the Blu-ray player automatically. So it's about 15 minutes to go. Wow, when I see how I'm doing on my Death Star blow up, and it's not even yeah. That's kind of how my 2020 went. 2021 went. as a whole. StreamYard sometimes like to add, yes, exactly, the echo feature just for fun.
It's fun.
It feels like that. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Katie and Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, and Holly's in the chat now. There she
Oh,
is.
hi, Holly.
She thought off her thumbs long enough to be able to type.
But only, just long enough to go hi, and then she had to put her hands back in the gloves. And
Exactly. Get those
outside
hand
the heater.
warmers.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't blame her. I would be too.
No, just before Christmas, we had some friends on, and they were talking about stuff that Disney inspired stuff that they sell on their websites or whatnot. And I wanted to share, because one of the things we talked about, we had Lisa from Dragon Girl Designs Co., our company, on, and she does those 3D mouse ears. And a few people in the chat mentioned, and she kind of was already planning this already, but I think we kind of made her get more inspired about designing a hat for guys with ears. So her and her boyfriend, I'm assuming he helped her. I don't know. Maybe she did it on her own. They designed it's like a magnetic system that goes on the ridge of your hat. So if you have a hat like this, this is a horrible color to show her. A hat like this, and you got these rims, the magnet somehow attaches to that. And then you can attach the 3D ears on. And you can use the same 3D ears as you would for the band, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So if you're a couple, you can share each other's ears now. Or if you're a person that doesn't like to wear the band and you prefer to wear a baseball hat, male or female. So she sent me a little video about it. So I just want to play this video really quick. It's not very long.
Okay, I love the little dance moves.
I love the dance.
I love that
That's perfect.
too.
That makes the whole video.
Absolutely. And it shows they won't fall off. I love it.
Yeah. So I don't think I'd ride a motorcycle down the road with it or go on the Tron roller coaster with those ears on, but I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is cool. I love that because I mean, wearing the ear things, I mean, after a while, at least for me, it feels like they start to really kind of poke in on the sides a little too much. Mm-hmm. Whereas, it's easier to kind of adjust a hat, I think. So I think that would be more comfortable.
Yeah. See, I'd wear something like that at the parks. I wouldn't wear the ear band thing, but I'd wear a hat with ears at the parks. And it would be really cool is you can wear like a Muppet hat with Muppet ears, or and you provide your own hat. They just provide the ears and the magnet. So you could wear like a Spider-Man hat with the spider ears, or Pirates of the Caribbean hat with the pirate ear. It makes it a lot more interactive. Nice dance moves.
And her ears were everything was great in person because I was at House of Mouse Expo and I got to see all the booths and everything. So I was very impressed by a lot of what I saw. And I think I chatted with her for a bit because that was such a cool, she had some great ears and ideas there.
Yeah, because she had the booth set up at the House of Mouse Expo where you were able to see her.
Yes.
Yeah. So reach out to her at Dragon Girls. What was it? Dragon Girl Design Co.
Yeah, Dragon Girl Design Company. So it's dragongirldesignco.com.
I can post that here in the chat.
Yeah, and I think it was also Dragon Girl Design Co. on Facebook.
On her website too, yeah.
Now, when she was on, I did have a graphic that I made, and I'm wondering if I still have that. No, I do not.
Oh, Dan says that it also has a magnet for bows.
So you can put a bow on top of your baseball hat too?
Why not?
Well, yeah, sure you can. Here we go. I found it. There we are.
There we
Lisa
go.
over
Oh
there.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so grab a screenshot of that, and yeah, check out her products, and she has more stuff and new stuff coming out all the time, I'm sure. Mary says she's got to check those out. Yeah, I know Mary does not like wearing the bands, so a baseball hat might be the thing to do. Do we have a tip of the week?
I think we have a tip of the week.
I'll play
I have one ready. Yeah,
I'll play
I've
the
got it here.
jingle then while you
Okay.
guys figure it out. Sorry, that dead air goes way too long. Go ahead, Beatrice. What's the tip of the week?
Today's tip of the week is to be aware of the typical theme park attendance during the time of your travel. For example, Christmas week is the busiest week of the year, so plan games like searching for hidden Mickeys while in line, look into Genie Plus or Lightning Lane, or be prepared to plan for a different time of year if higher crowds are a setback for your family's travel.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we've always gone like either like kind of in the fall, like around October-ish, or like in the spring, like around like February, just because those have historically been the slower times of the year. And we enjoy it that way.
Yep. I used to go in September as well when I traveled down here, because that used to be right when kids were going back to school. It was a slower kind of time. Or I used to go the first week of December was a slower time than, say, Christmas week. So but a lot of people like to choose Christmas week, and they don't realize the lines are going to be a lot longer at that time.
Yeah, sometimes you hit those really busy weeks, and it's like shoulder to shoulder, and it's madness. You don't if you don't like crowds, you do not want to be in the parks when they are crowded.
Yeah,
definitely something to be aware of, and at least plan accordingly.
Yeah, for sure, because it's Mary. I saw Mary's comment. That's why she goes in January. Same here. That's why I go in January. But sometimes I do want to go. I'm going in December this year. So
this is true.
And that is brought to us by DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. So if you're planning to move to the Orlando area, get in touch with Victor, and he'll take care of you. He'll make sure you get the house of your dreams. That's for sure.
If you want to live as close as Beatrice does, talk to Victor.
So Beatrice, I guess a lot of the people in the chat, they don't really know an awful lot about you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I moved to Florida in 2010, but we built a house in land that lives right behind the Magic Kingdom. So that's where I saw it when it was just nothing but cleared ground, and it is my little happy place because I get to see the fireworks every night and hear the water pageant. And so I have walked to the Magic Kingdom one time, so I'm extremely happy about where I live. And I worked in TV for 15 years. The last television company I worked for was Fox Television here in Orlando, Fox 35. But I grew up in North Carolina and have always loved Disney. My first trip was 2000. So for 21 years, I have been coming as often as I possibly can. So it's been great.
Yeah. But, and the thing that I find fascinating about you was your very first trip to Walt Disney World. You were like, I always thought I went a little bit overboard. Like my very first trip, I came home, put down my suitcases, picked up the phone, and booked for the following year. You bought DVC your first time going.
My first time I did. Now I have since kind of gotten past that because I realized that there's a lot of great deals and, specials or promotions that come out and that kind of thing. But my first trip here, I just was crying and I couldn't leave without knowing that there was a way to come back. It was the most expensive vacation of my entire life. And I couldn't go home without knowing that there was another time that I was going to come do this. So at the moment, it was just one of those, that was the day that I checked out of the Contemporary Resort. and I went to the boardwalk, and that's where I did that. But yeah, now I don't have as many points and all that kind of thing as much, but I enjoy Disney cruising, and I moved here because I wanted to go to other places as well. So now I can go to California and I can do all the other kind of things. So I feel like I have finally found my place. I work with MEI and Mouse Fan Travel, so I help with all sorts of fun adventures. And so it's been wonderful to be able to help other people with tips and tricks and that kind of thing to help them get to their happy place wherever it is. I mean, it could be through the national parks in the Midwest. It could be wherever your happy place is, but it's been so much fun to kind of learn all that kind of thing. Disney's always been my thing. And I'm enjoying Universal a lot too. I know that's a bad word around here, but yeah.
We're okay with it.
I've never been to Universal in Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been to the one in Hollywood, and there was nothing there for me. Like, I can't do virtual rides. I can't do thrill rides.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the Simpsons area, like just walking around. And the park was beautiful. And I love the tram in Hollywood. That's the reason I went, was to do the tram ride. And we did the VIP tour yet. We went
fun.
to Hollywood. And but yeah, it's I have no desire to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, and everybody's got their own thing. I mean, this year, for the first time, I tried Dollywood. I mean, I'm an equal opportunity theme park.
Here, Mary's with me. She's been to Disney 44 times since 2000. Wow. Has never been to Universal. There you are.
I have been to Universal in both Florida and California. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen like the new Harry Potter land though. I mean, because now they split it across the two parks. Yeah. So I saw the first part that they opened, but I've never been back to see the second part since they opened that.
It was well themed. I didn't understand any of it, but it was well themed.
It's amazing to me how many people come here and they just haven't realized that the Harry Potter stuff is not at Disney.
Yes.
Or they think that Galaxy's Edge is at Universal or something. Like they just get them confused. And so many times I've been on the monorail and they're like, "Oh, we're going to do Harry Potter tomorrow," and they think it's Disney. And I'm like, you don't have a ticket for that.
You're going to go to Epcot tomorrow and do Harry Potter.
Yeah, so it's fun to be able to help people.
I want to talk a little bit about this here, because I made this post and I don't think anybody got it. We're not going to say what it is, but this is our save the date. And can anybody decipher the date? Because I mean, everybody's thinking it's 2004 or 2204 or something like that, but it's January 24th is what the date is supposed to be.
Yeah, I think the problem is that the I looks almost too weird.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a font problem.
Yeah. So anyway, so here's another hint about the save the date. This is all I'm going to say about it. But we got a huge show planned coming up in a couple of weeks. So the font and the background is your clue, and it's going to be on the live show. So people could start guessing what they think it is, but I'm not going to say if you get it right or not. So
it looks
this is going to be a huge live show for us coming up. And next week I'll have another clue I'll add to the graphic.
I can say that I am looking forward to this show. That there you go. There's my hint.
Mary says, "I never should know." Yeah, Mary, don't tell them. I know I've talked to you about it already, but so you don't tell them. Dan says it smells like a good show. Is that your birthday, Tina? The 24th?
Oh,
you have to tune into this one for sure. All I can say is we're brewing something special. That's all I can say about that show.
I am definitely looking forward to this show. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
So I thought we'd do a little bit of reminiscing of 2021 and our outlook for 2022. The people in the chat, tell us what your highlight was for 2021. While you're doing that, we'll kind of talk about ours. Justin, what was your highlight for 2021? You went to Alani, so that's got to be up there.
Yeah, spending a week in the lazy river, there's your highlight right there. We spent a lot of time. We went to Oahu, and we stayed at Waikiki Beach for a few days, and then we went over to Alani for the rest of the trip, and it was absolutely wonderful. We had a great time. It was kind of a slowish time for them, so it wasn't like so jam packed. So we didn't run into problems like, finding inner tubes to get in the lazy river, or finding a chair to put our towels down, or anything like that. It was really nice. We got to look at the stars. That was a lot of fun. We were kind of surprised. So this guy has like this ginormous like telescope, right? And it's all programmed. He can like just type in what he wants to look at, and it just automatically moves into that position. So he doesn't even have to aim it. And I'm like, how much is something like that? And it was only like $3,000 or something like that.
Oh, there you go, for your backyard.
And we were like, we were sure it's something that was going to be like 30,000 or more, but no, it's like, we're like, hey, we could almost afford that, but we probably wouldn't use it that much.
No, Monica knows what to get you for your birthday. Yeah, Monica agrees with you. Visiting Alani was definitely the highlight.
She also adds a little further down here, staying at the Grand Floridian last January. That was also this year.
Yes, yeah. So you had a great 2021.
In terms of travel, at least.
Yeah. Holly is saying her highlight was visiting Disneyland's reopening.
Yes.
Yeah, that was in the spring, I believe. Was that like April, if memory serves?
That was way too long.
Yeah, it was a long time. So Dan says his highlight was doing the show from Epcot in the pouring rain. Yes, that was good. We did the live show, and Dan went and hid Grand Circle Tour pins in every country in Epcot.
Oh, fun.
And it started raining, and so we're doing live, and he's running to his car. He took a bus or a car, and then he was on the balcony. It was pouring rain on the balcony.
Well, when I was live from Alani, my phone went dead.
Oh, no.
Yes.
It can rain very hard, very quickly here. I can tell you.
Ken's highlight for 2021 was the end of 2021. Well, Ken started a new job. He went into a manager position and switched to a new job. So he did have some good highlights. I'm hoping it's best for him.
Yeah,
I think mine was Avengers Campus.
When we stayed at the Grand Floridian, that was also the first time we ever saw the electrical light pageant, or at least the first time I had. And so we were watching that from the balcony of our room at the Grand Floridian, and that was
nice.
That
how
was
have you never seen that
trip.
before? I don't get how you've never seen that before.
I'm usually in the parks.
I guess so. Yeah.
Or you don't have a room that's right there next to it.
Or I don't have a room that's close enough to see it. Yeah.
They have a new float on there right now. That's the 50th anniversary. So it's like the castle and the iridescent. It's beautiful. So there's a new special scene for it right now. So if you can get here during the 50th celebration, make sure you see it.
I am so glad that they still kept that parade going, and they didn't. That wasn't one of the cutbacks, because it is very nice to see that at night.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah. A few times when I've gone, especially like the first day, I don't have a park pass, so I'll just go to the Poly and just watch it at night, and then go back to, Pop.
Well, those resorts are so fun to park hop to anyway. Yeah. So just to ride the monorail around, if you don't have a park ticket for that,
do the Grand Circle tour around. So Marla's highlights for 2021 was she got to meet Mary, her family, and Chris Alardi, and they all went for dinner together, I believe, at the new steakhouse in the Contemporary. I think Marla went to dinner with. I know Mary did, and Chris. I think Marla was with them. But yeah, for sure, that was a great. Yeah, but see, Chris says the same thing. 50th anniversary, meeting friends in the park, riding a Haunted Mansion with Panda, and the same buggy was very different.
Oh, yay!
I feel safer riding those buggies now, knowing that Chris and Panda were in the same buggy and it survived.
Very fun. Yeah, I think mine was definitely Avengers Campus. I was absolutely in love with that. And I won't say Star Wars when I say Avengers Campus this time. But, I just there because we have Galaxy's Edge over here as well, and it's pretty much the same over there. But Avengers Campus, when I walked in there and saw the characters doing their thing, they're having battles on the side of the building, or Spider-Man's climbing up the wall over here, and you see, Black Panther and Doctor Strange, and they do their own little shows, and there's a dance party, and Star-Lord it's just, I would just park myself in Pim's kitchen. Just which
I'm
the
so
food
looking
there was
forward to
great
that
too.
area. Yeah, I'm really
that was
excited
my
to
highlight.
visit that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be there in February. I'm really looking forward to that.
I just looked for September, so we'll be there for D23 and a couple days after, because my birthday is the 13th and D23 ends on the 11th. So I can't leave the day before my birthday. It's just not possible. so
your birthday's 9/11?
On the 13th.
Oh,
so
13th.
D23 is the 9th through the 11th. And
right,
then
okay.
I just, so he's going to come out with me. We'll spend a couple of days out there. So that'll be totally fun after D23.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should plan for D23 after then, instead of Disneyland after D23, because usually I like to do before, because I'm so exhausted after those conventions. Like I can barely even walk anymore.
Yeah.
So I like to do the parks first, because you think the parks are exhausting. Go to a convention.
I have never done D23 in person, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. Mary's highlight was going back to Walt Disney World in September 2021 after not having been there since January 2020. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It is amazing how much you see that you missed, that you didn't really pay attention to before. Yeah. When you start seeing the little things and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this entertainer so much, or just the little things that once they're gone for a while, you want to hug them when they come back, and that's probably not a good thing during COVID. You're like, I'm just so glad you're back. Hello, stranger. I want to hug you now.
It was April 30th. Disneyland opened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Ken had the cardiac arrest or a heart attack. So did Dan this year, and they both recovered, which is great. So that was good news that they both recovered from that. Here he goes. He'll give us that one, that he recovered. Literally says taking her granddaughter on her first trip to Walt Disney World.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. I can see that.
Absolutely.
Or would have been a lot of fun, because if we're talking about 2021.
Right.
Yeah, well, I thought you said that will be. Sorry. Right.
Your hearing is as bad as mine.
I know. Mary's saying we're going to Narcoossee's twice this trip coming up, so I plan to seeing Electric Water Pageant. Nice. Mary said it had Chris and already Marla and I had meal. Okay, yeah. So Marla and Mary had dined together. I think Mary and Chris had dined together. Yeah, Holly and Marla met also at Disneyland this year. That was a highlight for sure for them. D23 cruise in December, Stan, and the cruise. Yeah, and Star Wars Celebration is my plans for this. I got big plans for this year.
Yay.
Marla is hoping to see friends in the park during D23 time frame if I can get a park reservation. Those park reservations are a pain I've never experienced it yet, but I'm already feeling like they're a pain. Ken's looking forward to 2023. That's the year I'm going to go to Tokyo Disney, even if I have to take up stripping to say that. Well, Ken, we got to do a group trip to Tokyo 2023. We need to get a bunch of people together and just do it already. And Disneyland in May. That's Dan talking about, yeah. Mary wants Ken to go to Disney World first before going to Tokyo. 2021 sucked. I don't have any highlights. I'm just glad it's over.
Aw. 2022 is a brand new world. Let's hope lots of good things.
Yeah. What does Marla say here? Yes, I met Holly, even saw Lou Mangello at Disney California Adventure too. Another highlight. There you go. Marla's met a lot of people this year. Well, she met Lou before though.
Yeah, I've known her for a while.
Yeah. The my highlight was probably my daughter's wedding. And that
sure.
I can afford to still talk about it. That they didn't.
I have done 6 cruises since July, so
yeah, I was gonna say you had a great year.
That's been fun too. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah. Kevin agrees.
That's a rough job. Oh, I have to go on another cruise.
Yeah, Kevin agrees. 2021 sucked. It was not the best year by far. I think it was worse than 2020 as far as I'm concerned.
It was the point
I don't
where
know
you're
that
just
I'd go
tired
quite that far, but it is definitely a disappointment from what we were expecting from the year, I think.
Yeah. Oh, David joined us. David, we're just talking about 2021. What was your highlight for 2021? Let us know in the comments. What are the cruise lines saying about the CDC saying not to cruise? Okay, Beatrice, that's your go.
So I will say that over 1.1 million people have cruised since June when they opened up, and less than 0.02% have come back with anything. So in comparison to all of the normal everyday life that people are going to, it's very, very, very low in comparison. I'm really hoping that the cruise lines continue to point out the numbers. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves about how safe they are and how much they're doing. There's nothing that any of the other, they're proving that you have to be vaccinated, you have to show your card, you have to, have a negative test within 48 hours, sometimes at the port. Each cruise line is doing it differently, but it just truly, I have felt safer on a cruise than I feel going to my local grocery store, because nobody's wearing a mask except me.
The local grocery store is the worst place to go for COVID.
Yeah. Well, and even if
I'm only there
60
hours a week.
Even if I go to the theme parks, I go stand in line, and like I'm that one that's standing there wearing the mask, because we're all in ride queues, and so many people have said, I've come home from my next door neighbor just came home from Georgia today, and they just, they've got COVID. My other neighbor, like all these people have gone out and come back with COVID. So I'm that one that's standing there with the mask on, because, knock on wood, I haven't got it yet, and I've done a lot of great stuff. So I do believe that if you think about your safety, or you're try to keep a little distance, wear your mask. I'm double vaccinated plus the booster. If you do all of those things, I just hope that the cruise lines can just continue to show the numbers prove that it is very, very safe.
Well, and it's in their best interest to not have a bunch of people get sick. So it's definitely in their best interest to make sure everything is as clean as they can, make sure people are vaccinated, make sure they're wearing the masks if that's what needs to happen. And, they want that to be the norm. They want to make sure that everyone is safe and comes back without getting sick.
Yep. And all the things are still there. Like you still get your ice cream, but you don't go up and you get the ice cream yourself. There's a person standing there that has gloves on, and they will serve you the ice cream. So you still have all the wonderful things that you've had before, but there are extra, people that are so happy to be there, that are willing to help and make it great for you. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that we keep sailing.
One thing I wish they would do on the Disney cruises that they had on the Princess cruise that I was on was they have hand wash stations right outside of the dining areas. So you can actually it's hard. I find the Disney cruises, the restrooms are not in the most convenient location for you to go wash your hands before going. You know what I mean? You'll get in line and I forgot to wash my hands, so you have to go back. Whereas the Princess cruise lines, they have troughs of sinks.
Usually we wash our hands as soon as we're coming in to eat. there's a sanitizing station or hand wash or something as you're going into dining.
So is that something new that's been added?
I've every cruise that I have been on.
The last one we were on, I think that would have been the Alaska cruise. I mean, they had that, and
they have the sanitizing stations, but they don't have actual sinks with soap.
No, this was like actual sinks with water and soap. Yeah,
really, I don't know how I missed it, because I always went to the washroom and washed my hands before I went to the buffet.
There were some of the cruises I've been on this year, they have someone standing there and they would make sure that you didn't miss it. So they would stand there. If you start to kind of walk by them, they would go washy washy. So they were so cute. So we actually started to get in the habit that as we walked into the either a dining establishment, whichever one it was, we go, oh, washy washy, I love it. So now that's my little word. It's just fun.
It was cute when COVID first started, and they told us, as long as you wash your hands, you'll never get it. That was cute. That they told us that. Remember those days?
Yeah, washy. But they're wiping everything down. They're all over the place. Cleaning.
And Disney has always done that before, though. Like I could tell the difference between how clean the Disney cruise lines were compared to the Princess cruise that I was on. Just that they were, you get up at 2 a.m. and go for a walk on the ship, and everyone's cleaning everything.
Yeah.
On the Disney ship. Hollywood saying it was a bittersweet year, lots of loss and heartache, but happy events as well. Yeah. David says the highlights was getting to visit Walt Disney World in July. After canceling previous trips, he got to meet Panda, Donnie Marie, and Adam Waite.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Not the Donnie Marie, different Donnie Marie. Well, I guess they are the Donnie and Marie. I also am the person that wears a mask everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
I wear a mask everywhere because I have to.
I'm usually in a lot of the lines before you go inside. I'm like the one that's wearing the mask, but I just do. And I've been around, a lot of my friends are a little extra cautious too. So they're the one, and I don't usually do the mean looks, but they do the mean, like, hello, you're too close to me look.
Which is good.
So I'm always happy to be around,
Look at Chris sucking up to us. The highlight of 2021 being a guest on the Grand Tour podcast and the solo show. Chris's appearance on the Grand Tour live was phenomenal. He did a live cooking in his kitchen.
Fun.
On the air. He had 2 cameras set up, and we were able to flip between the 2 cameras. It was epic. It was great. I'd love for us to do that again, Chris.
Yeah, do a Swedish chef imitation, flute. Throw in a little bit of this.
Oh, there we go. We'll have Chris in his kitchen telling us how to do it, and I'll be in my kitchen trying to follow along.
Mary says she prefers soap and water, but not to wipe. I'm the same way. I much prefer using good old soap and water. My backdrop is really cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's inspired by the small world. Disney Cruise Line is the only cruise line I have ever seen them just spray down the outside. Yes, the outside of the ship. Every port they're cleaning the ship. Cindy Wood is saying
sanitizer in your rooms. They have, disposable masks that, if you need a new mask or anything, sometimes they'll put one in your room every day, or you go to guest services and say, oh, I've misplaced a mask, or I need a new mask. They're great to help with that kind of thing.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. David says, even before COVID, I didn't like people being too close to me. Give folks personal space. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So 2022 is now here. I've got 3 trips planned. I'm hoping I can do all 3. That's probably going to be the highlight that's what I'm most excited for in 2022. There's no Star Wars movie coming out.
How will you cope?
I know, but there's 2 Star Wars. Well, the Book of Boba Fett's out now, and then there's Andor and Kenobi coming out on Disney Plus this year. So there's that to look forward to.
When is Mandalorian coming back?
2023 is what the tentative date is. Yeah,
I like Boba Fett though.
So Justin, we'll go with you first. What are you most excited for 2022?
Well, like you, I do have a couple of trips coming up. So obviously, I've got the the trip in February to Disneyland, and
Mhm.
I haven't seen like Avengers Campus. I haven't seen the Pixar Pier since they redid that. So there's a bunch of new things there that I haven't seen yet. I haven't even seen the Guardians of the Galaxy makeover of
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror. So there's a lot there that I haven't seen. So I'm looking forward to that. And then December is when we're going on the one cruise. I think that's December 5th. We're going with the WDW radio group to on a Christmas cruise on the Disney Wish, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and all three of us are going on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun to see you guys, as well as some of the other people that we know from that group as well.
Yeah. How about you, Beatrice? You've done everything this year already. What could you possibly be excited for?
Oh, I'm so excited. I have, my very first Marvel day
to the moon, and I'm going to go to Mars.
Right? You never know.
We go to Space 2020 at Epcot. It's almost the same.
I love that. Yes. I have done that as well, actually. So, but yeah, we've got the Marvel cruise coming up in February. So that will be tons of fun. On April, I have a Royal Caribbean cruise that I'm doing. So that's going to be fun. On the Royal Caribbean's brand new ship called the Wonder, which I said, well, that's going to be our anniversary present because we were married on the Disney Wonder. So we'll have to go on the Royal Caribbean Wonder. So
we're
doing that.
Name it the same. Seriously, can they not come up with something original?
Well, I said that to someone at Royal Caribbean and they said, what? It's got the same name? And I was like, I didn't name it. I'm sorry. I just thought it was cool. So but looking forward to that. That's a brand new ship. It's actually built to go in Asia, but right now they're not taking it to Asia. So for a while it's going to be in Florida. So I'll get to see it while it's here. So that'll be April. And in May, I'm going to Hilton Head. So I'll go back to Disney's resort there, which my husband's a huge fan of Hilton Head because he likes to golf there. So we like to take our bicycles and we'll ride up with our bicycles on the back. And we've actually taken a bike ride to a French bakery. And it's such a great spot to be. So that'll be May. And then in December, I'll be on the cruise again with the Disney Wish for the first Christmas. So that will be tons of fun. So I've got a busy year ahead.
You got a busy year ahead.
And excited for the new things coming up here because we've got the new Guardians ride coming up in Epcot that I'm super excited about.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be
How
great.
about the Star Wars Hotel? Is that something that you may attend, you think?
I'm hoping to. My husband is not real excited about it, and he's my Star Wars guy. So if I do, he's going to have to be there to explain a lot of the stuff, even though I am an expert,
You know more about Star Wars than a lot of people that I know.
But yes, I might need just a little help here and there. But yeah, I definitely hope that they do some sort of a preview that they maybe allow some people to check out. And I would love to be a part of that if it's possible.
That'd be cool.
Well, if you do get to do that, you have to talk about it on our show.
I definitely would.
Well, if you do get to do that and you're allowed a +1 and Brian's busy, I could take time off work and get down there.
Exactly. Yeah, I would definitely love to do that kind of thing. So I'm hoping that we have the opportunity with it being such a big event in a small hotel kind of thing. I don't know how much they would invite, but I'm going to be first in line if I can be.
No, okay. So the regular cruise lines, you have to be negative test and vaccinated before you get on. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't they do that with this? Are they going to be doing that?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that yet. So I'll see.
Because it is like technically a cruise, but I guess it's easier to get you off the ship there than it is on a real ship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
yeah.
But you are enclosed for 2
I'm
days.
guessing they're going to follow more like the standard protocols from the park that, like right now, it's you have to wear your masks if you're inside, whether you're vaccinated or not, and things like that.
Yeah.
And who knows? Hopefully, before it opens, we're going to have smooth it over, and COVID might be a thing of not the past, but a lot smaller than it is now.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that, as we progress, things will change for the positive. So
That's what I'm hoping for. I've been hoping for that for a couple of years now, though. It feels like.
I'm just gonna keep saying
Haven't
it
we
until it's
all?
right.
It's gonna smooth over. We're just having a speed bump right now.
Yeah,
900%
exactly.
increases.
Yeah, I didn't expect the speed bump to be like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Right.
Something that only a tractor can get over.
Right? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Mary's saying she's going to be on that cruise with us as well. So
Yeah.
Mary's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be there. Yeah.
Nice.
Hello, Lewis. Welcome. Cindy says she has some friend going to Disney Paris in October. So jealous.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah, that's one I would love to go see as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to see all of them. Yeah.
want to
Marla's
see
supposed to
all
be
of
in
them.
Disney World in February. Well, most are on the Marvel cruise.
Ah.
So you might be.
Well,
So
Marla,
are
I
you?
hope I get to see you as
Yeah, you
well.
might be able to
Maybe
see
in
people.
September.
Yeah. David says it seems like Star Wars diehards are losing interest in the Galactic Hotel. I gotta say, it's not appealing to me nearly as much as it had originally. I think that the dining experience will probably be good. The show, the dining show that they seem to be planning,
Mhm.
and I think that the bar area would be fun, and the people you go with would be fun.
Mhm.
But that cabin that they were showing,
That's just it. It's like some of the visuals that they've been showing us haven't been it doesn't feel as immersive as what, like, even the concept art and what they promised us it would
Mhm.
be. It doesn't feel like it's as detailed as we were kind of expecting in our own minds, I think.
yeah.
But yeah, I think there's been a lot of cancellations since some of those visuals have started to come out of what it's actually going to look like. And I
It's
think
kind of
part of it,
reminding me of the kids areas on the cruise ships, which is a lot of fun, but I don't want to spend $4,000 on it.
I think that's just it, is like there's some of that disconnect between how much they're charging for, they call it two days, but it's really more like a day and a half.
Mhm.
And how detailed the environment is looking and how good it's looking in the videos that they're showing us right now. So
yeah, like the three of us on the Wonder have taken over the kids' room
mhm.
on the cruise ship, and we had a blast. We were on Andy's bedroom, sliding down the slide in our pajamas, and we had a great time. But if that was what the entire cruise was, I don't think we would have enjoyed it all. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be, like, I'm still holding out hope that the dining experience is going to be something out of this world.
And that's where I'm also kind of I'm eager to find out what people have to say after they have experienced it, after they have the full experience, and they can come back and report and say this is what it's really like, and show us their pictures and videos and such. Because I think some of what we're getting out of Disney, I mean, part of it's like lighting problems, and part of it's just, I mean, I don't know if they're just not giving us good angles or what, but it's got to be better than what they're showing us.
Yeah, like to sit on the bridge and be able to push 3 buttons isn't going to cut it.
One of my neighbors has a reservation in captain's quarters dining and all of that stuff. So
Nice.
I'm very much looking forward to speaking with her once they get off of the ship and find out from their experience.
Well, we got to get him on the show. Never mind you speaking to her. I want to speak to her. Justin wants to speak to her.
Tell me all about it. Yes.
Yes, we want a firsthand account as soon as we can get one.
Yeah.
I do know some people that will be there, so I'm very excited to find out.
Yeah. Ken says it isn't lighting his lightsaber. Kim still wants to go on the Star Cruiser, though. That's the thing. I still want to go, but I'm not nearly as excited as I was, say, after D23 Expo D23 Expo last year. Mary or Holly's saying I'd like to go even though I'm not into Star Wars. Can Grogu stay in my room?
I know,
that's all I got to do is add Grogu to the Star Cruiser, and then everybody will want to go again. Everyone who canceled, oh, hang on, I didn't mean to cancel.
Exactly. Everyone would be like, oh, isn't he so cute? Can I hold him? I'll take care of him.
Does the price include the food like a cruise? I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, and in fact, because part of the cruise experience is that you get to go to Galaxy's Edge, and you get your food on Galaxy's Edge is included too, or at least you get like a voucher for free food at Ronto Wrappers or the other one as well. That's included as well.
And they do have a specialty dining as well at the captain's table, but there's only like one a night kind of thing. So that's a very early, book it as early as you can if you're interested in doing that sort of thing. But,
Ken is saying that the bantha better be fresh at that price. I'd like to go, but on someone else's dime.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to adjust the price. And the blue shrimp they showed, I thought was really. I want to try that. I don't know. A lot of people were grossed out by that idea, but
I'm sure it'll taste like shrimp. It just got some blue food coloring.
Yeah, I want to try all the foods they showed. I want every one of them they showed. That got me really excited when they showed me all the different foods.
I'm not so into the blue and the green milk. I don't really love either of those flavors. So I'm afraid to try it, but I would try it. I'm afraid after my past experience with that. That was a one and done thing. I tried the blue, tried the green. We're good.
Yeah, you are correct that the blue and green milk was a disappointment, especially when you compare it to like the butterbeer at Universal. Yeah. Like why couldn't they have done something that flavor would make it blue?
Something tastier, and maybe some of the little boba beads in there that pop in your mouth and have some kind of.
Well, they don't have the boba beads, and when Luke pours it, it's a milk. It's not. There's no boba balls in it or anything.
Yeah, that would be neat if they did something.
Lewis wants a cheeseburger. No, wait, I want fries with a cheeseburger. Wait, no. Yeah, the milks are meh. They are. They are. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to 2022. I'm most excited for the shows. I'm really excited that Chris is back, and Beatrice has joined
our
our crew.
crew.
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun this year.
I'm excited to be here, and Chris and I have been friends for years, so I'm happy she's back. I've watched her on the shows, and so it's nice to be a part of you all, your team.
Yeah,
and we are glad to have you. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that's what I'm really excited for 2022 as well. 2022. It kind of sounds like somebody who has fake ID at the bar, and they're how old are you? I'm 2022.
Like they kind of mess up. Yeah.
Yeah, trying not to mess up. They're really 20, but they are saying they're 22.
I was at Whispering Canyon yesterday with someone whose birthday was yesterday. And, Whispering Canyon, if you haven't been there before, they kind of poke at you, give you a little hard time sort of thing. And it's been a running thing for years. We had fabulous servers. They were amazing. And so one of the guys walks by and goes, "Quick, what's your birthday?" And he's like, "Not fast enough. It's not really your birthday. Take his cupcake back."
I'm glad because I had this question. Someone asked me, do they still use the cards, the green and red cards? Remember they had that for a while, the coaster that you would put the red if you didn't want the shtick?
Oh, no, they did not give us the cards, but we were all in. We totally enjoyed it, but we did not have those cards or anything. They did not do the ketchup thing. So it used to be if you asked for ketchup, like everybody had ketchup would have to bring it to your table, and you'd have 25 bottles of ketchup at your table. That sort of thing. They didn't do that, but we were there for breakfast also. It was very, very low attendance. I mean, there was tables all over the place, but we had they did give us ketchup in a little cup, so we didn't have to ask for ketchup. So it just kind of came to it. So
you don't have to sanitize 20 bottles that come to your table. In other words,
there were no bottles anywhere. But some of the servers, I guess, they knew that we were, fun to kind of poke back, and it was okay. And as soon as we sat down, we kind of joked around with them. So they just kind of went with it. We had a blast. So it was wonderful. But yeah, they said, "What's your birthday?" That's not fast enough.
Yeah, I love it when I've never been, but I'd like to go. So Lewis is saying, what movie is this? I want a cheeseburger. Wait, no, I want French fries with a cheeseburger. Wait, I have no idea what movie that is.
I don't either.
Anyone
I'm
in the chat
getting
know what
hungry
movie?
by it, but
Ken's good at
It
movies.
reminds me of the bit from the Jurassic Park: The Lost World, when they're all hanging from ropes or whatever in the camper that's been pushed over the edge, and the guy at the top is going, "Do you want anything?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'd like a cheeseburger."
Caddyshack.
David is saying Caddyshack.
Hmm.
And a huge pitcher of soda. I'm not sure what Mary's talking about there. Nope, not Caddyshack.
No.
But I read this. I know it's Whispering Canyon, but when I first read it, I read Water Closet. You go to the water
Whispering
closet.
Canyon and 50s Primetime. You go there for the shtick too.
Yeah,
I love 50s Primetime for that.
See, I've only been once, and we didn't get the shtick at all. Like nothing.
Oh.
Yeah. Other than like the chef or the guy that brings you your plate just dropped it on our thing and walked away. Didn't say anything. Other than that, we didn't get any of the. And so it was kind of disappointing.
I think the first time I was there, I remember getting some of the shtick. That was a while back, though.
So Mary's saying, okay, Whispering Canyon, they would bring you a huge pitcher of soda when you asked for a refill. Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah. T9 says,
water closet.
there's not a clue, but I want a burger and fries. And Mary says, no, and I want to go to the water closet. And Holly read water closet also. You never go to the water closet for shtick. Alrighty, we're going to say goodnight. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad you're able to hop on. I just want to remind people that this is coming up. So be prepared. We got a really big. Tell your friends that Grand Circle Tour Live is going to be having a big show on January 24th. You don't want to miss. We're going to have a couple of. I'm not going to say anything. Yes. Alrighty,
it's going to be a great show. That's what we will say.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, Beatrice, and Justin, as always.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you to everybody who joined us in the chat. It was great chatting. These are always my highlights. The other highlight for 2021 was, remember we had the two puppet guys on the live show.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember what their names were now.
Well, we had Carl Chad.
Yeah.
He was the first one, and then Phil.
Yes. Phil Fletcher.
There you go, Phil Fletcher.
Yeah, they were both so much fun. We should get them on. Phil Fletcher, about halfway through, I mentioned about how much I like his glasses, and he puts his fingers through the thing. He had no lenses.
I'm just trying to look smart.
And he says, "Well, I don't want the reflection on my lenses." So I took the lenses out.
Oh, wow.
Well, they are easier to clean that way too.
Yeah. And I think we called everybody cockers for about a month after that. Phil Fletcher was on. So, all right, everybody, have a great week. Stay safe. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.